everyone. Happy Thursday.
Thursday.
And first day of first grade. She'll probably be coming up here. Who knows? I don't know. I told her daddy to feed her if she needed to.
Oh,
be
yeah,
fed.
she can. Of course she can. We want to know.
Well, I know, but he might take her to eat somewhere.
Oh, I think that would be good.
Yeah.
She's always a lot happier if she's...
Welcome to all of y'all. Our arty friends. And anybody that's new. Please become one of our arty friends. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we do not know that you are here. And you're just a number. And we don't... That makes us a little sad. If you would like to have me say hello to you, that is also the only way that I know that you are here. By saying hello in the chat. If you haven't, please do give those thumbsy upsies for those of you that, you know, hang out regularly and all that. And if you are unsure, you know, hang out for a little bit. We'll ask you again here in a minute.
I'm just reading the chat, too.
This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
We are PM Artist Studio.
All right.
Harmonating.
All right. Not very many people are showing up on my list.
Oh,
Give a little
thank
hello
you.
in the chat. We've got Arkansas Crazy Quilter. That's Dawn. Art Curious. That's Miriam. Betsy. Cerebral Palsy without a wheelchair. That is Naya. Carrie. Dana. Deb. Ellen. Effie. Griffinshell. Isabel. Jamie. Jeanette, a.k.a. Janet. Jolly John is here. Julie Parker. Hello. Good morning to you, Julie. Kathleen, Laura, Lynn, Lydia, Mary Ellen, Mitzi, Patricia, Ricky. Oh. Rick Nygaard. Oh, you're new. I was thinking Ricky Nordmeyer, and then my little brain was like, doot, 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 doot. It was computing. Silver Granny, that's Lynn. Star Traveler, Linda. Susan Fernandez is here. Susan Steffens. Trish Coogan. And Wendy is also here. Good morning to you, Wendy. She's also in Australia. If I did not say hello to you, it was not on purpose. It was simply you didn't show up in the list. If you want to give me a little, you know, pink wavy hand, that is also very helpful for me to see things. Let's see. Today's announcements are, you know, if you haven't hooked up with your swap partner yet, you probably should do that. And the information is over there in Makers. We are going to be working on, well, according to P, she says she's going to be doing some neutral pages, so participating in the color combo in that way. Let's see. So we've got swap. There's the collage prompts. Need to go over to Makers to see all that. Eddie's heading that up. And then we've got the Makers Creative Club, which is, you know, see me, yes, see. I still haven't worked on my thing yet, and I need to do that. Hey, Rennie.
I can help
Hey,
you.
Ellen. I will need your help.
Oh, thank you, Miriam. I know.
Hey, Pinka.
Did you notice my earrings? CB's not here, but she made these.
Mm-hmm. Mary Ellen says she has earrings on. Has the earrings on.
I know, I do. I took over Mariah's because she only has one ear. And they were just wasted on her anyway.
Yeah. I won't wear the long ones. They hurt me. I have very sensitive ears.
Yeah, her orifices are small and tender. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, there we go. What else? Do I need to go topside, or are you going to just do thoughts here?
Oh, I'm going to do like this.
Okay.
Oh, Wendy, you just hang in there, girl. I'm going to give you lots of motivations today.
Motivations today.
Motivations. Okay.
Hi, Robin.
Well, my whole idea about what I was going to do today started when I watched Eddie's video, and I don't.
Which one?
The one where he used my circles, a tree, and stars.
His layered.
Layered.
And
yes.
that was his neutral.
And that was his neutral. And I just decided we're going to mix some neutrals today. We're not going to just get them straight out of the tube. Although I might get them straight out of the tube, but alter them slightly. Mm-hmm. Because I think anytime you can make color choices that are unique to you and make them just a little bit different, I mean, you know, come on now. That's...
Evie says you look very healthy. I mean, that's a compliment and above the compliment.
Oh, I look very healthy?
Very healthy.
Oh, well, black is my color.
I tell you, the camera loves it. See, when you wear the weird colors, little filters.
Which, oh yeah, my neon things. I know. I don't think I don't know why the camera does not like those. I love them.
It usually makes you look like you're either,
glowing with,
or ghosty.
Nuked.
Yes. No, really in between. Now we found it. You should just wear black.
Okay.
It's very arty anyway.
It is very arty, and I think it looks very good with this hat.
Okay, I'm gonna stop camera. Hello, Diane.
Okay. So, I hear this term tossed around a lot, and Mariah and I talked about it this morning, and as usual, per usual, I go upstairs and look it up, and then I keep looking till I find something that confirms what I believe, originally. I think that's called cognitive bias. There's a word for it, but anyway, I'm guilty. As charged. Intuitive thinking. And I hear that word bandied about just, rather, I don't know. I just think it needed a bit of definition, and it needed a bit of definition according to P. Mm-hmm. So, I looked up, I Googled it. I'm capable. So, the first definition that I came across was, intuitive thinking is a type of thinking and a decision-making process that relies on instinctive understanding and feeling. It's often used to make quick decisions or solve problems. Intuitive thinkers usually don't need a lot of information or conscious reasoning to come to a conclusion. They just know it. And that was from Google, April 15th, 2022. So I didn't like that, and I scrolled down further. I came across this one. And this one's by Brilliantio. Who knows what that is, but anyway. I like their better. Intuitive thinking is a process characterized by the rapid generation of ideas that aren't necessarily, emphasis is mine, based on logical thinking, reasoning, or rational decision making. This process can occur within seconds or minutes. Such a thinking process allows for the production of ideas based on past experiences and emotions. Because Mariah and I were talking about it this morning, I said, well, you can't just pull this out of the air. It has to come from somewhere. I mean, you weren't just born with this.
Because I read her the, true definition. I said,
yeah.
I said, so that's why people use that. But, as she said,
past experiences and emotions. And we all know that when we hook emotions with learning, it's a much more satisfying experience when they're positive.
Yes.
And we learn both ways. If they're extremely negative or extremely positive. It's that in-between stuff that's kind of, woozy in the recall category. One way or the other, it's got. That last sentence is so important because what it does, it tells you, I don't have to be born with something. I either have it or I don't. You can foster it. You can generate it within yourself. Acquire it. Because intuition is nothing more than acquiring access to a body of developed knowledge quickly. Because you've done it so many times, it's like watching gymnasts
like riding a bike.
Do their little routine out there. They've done it so many times. It flows because they don't have to think about it. Their body is remembering what to do. Your brain is a muscle. It remembers what to do also. So what we're going to do today is we're going to start again with the color wheel. And the other thing, on the back of the golden box, it says mixing is easy with the intuitive primary method. Well, that's total BS. It is not easy.
Golden.
I mean, I like your paints and everything, but that is really a D.
Well, they want to make it feel accessible.
I guess.
That's marketing.
I guess so. And, everybody's using that word. It's just kind of a little buzzword out there in the art community. And, everybody's using it. So, why not? What the heck? All right.
Hello, Linda.
The first thing we're going to do today, and Mariah always says, Mom, don't leave that open because it makes the camera really crazy when there's not anything for it to look at.
Oh, I'm going topside now.
Topside.
Okay.
we're starting out with the ubiquitous color wheel.
Now, if y'all want your very own copy of this for free, downloadable, it's over there on our website. I'll put a link to it.
And look at me, I'm lined up. I really like having my...
It's life-changing is what that is. I'm telling you.
Why were we not thinking about that?
Well, I didn't want to stress you out.
Oh, I'm not stressed out. I just look up there and go, oh, I need to move over a little bit. Or I need to, you know.
But you also didn't have this set up until recently, and I had mentioned it, but you said that, you know, you didn't have room for it, but now you made it happen. So.
I made it happen with a avocado box from Costco.
Who knew?
Who knew? You don't need to go out and buy a whole... Miriam, you would be proud of me if you saw my setup here.
You two are peas in a pod.
Raya looks at your videos. She goes, oh my God, it would be... If you two ever got together and had to live together, it would be absolute... My goodness.
A little bit of madness.
We'd have to call in the, you know, those people on TV that come and...
Clean for you
and organize you and whatnot. I'm ready for those people to do that. They have not showed up.
I don't think that she's not that willing. She likes the idea of it.
I do. It's like goats. Hey, I did find my little spoon and attached it to my opener. Look at
the
that.
long fancy.
And I also, see, mine's a scoop. Yours is just a spoon.
Yeah.
Speaks volumes.
Or scoops.
Scoopy
doopy. Scoop on the scoop.
Oh, but I put the little spoons up here on the the thingy. All right, so I have this clean out of green gold.
Good.
Just had a little tiny bit in the bottom. I've already mixed some stuff in. I don't really remember what it is, but you can tell. Obviously, it's been a little bit of blue, like blue cerulean, and then I think there's a bit of Prussian in there. Maybe a little bit of some kind of oxide.
The cap is like an archaeological, you know.
Yeah, it gives you information. Gives you information. Okay, basically, one of the reasons that I can do the color mixing is because when I got my degree, my specialization was batik. And you need to learn how to mix everything because the only 3 colors we had were the primaries plus black, and you don't need white. You just, don't need it. Leave the fabric open, right? Okay. So you learn very quickly what to do and what not to do, and because you're dealing with transparency, and I think that that's why I kind of go towards the transparent rather than the opaque, is because I think you can get much more depth with the transparent colors. There's a place for opacity, but I think you should use it sparingly. Cat hair. Don't know why. Okay. Anyway, so here we have the color wheel. What we're going to do today, we're starting with this green. And this is really a yellow green. So we're coming over here to the intermediate color scale. And we're looking at what is across from yellow green, which is red violet. And I don't really have red violet, so I'm going to have to make red violet to put in here. But I want to neutralize this to the point that it becomes a brown.
Yay,
so that's
brown.
What we're going to do. Now,
some of y'all say that you come up with this stuff accidentally, but you know, this is how you purposefully do it.
Yes, it really is. And I'm going to get something down here. Well, there we go. I mean, I'm sure it's not going to get all of it, but whatever. I flipped the cap shut the other day and it flipped up and got all over my face. I have to do that because you think that doesn't matter, but it does. That bubble in there is going to not let it go down. Okay. All right, so what did we decide we needed? We decided we needed some red violet. So we're going to take some quinacridone magenta, and we're going to take some phthalo blue, but we're not going to go with the red shade. Come on, I know I've got a green shade. Yeah, here. The green shade. Just because I think it'll balance out a little better.
Mary Ellen said that Bentley was talking up a storm on Tuesday. So he was out here with you?
Oh my gosh, yes. Meowing at me. Pawing at my chair.
Uh-huh. Well, you had
interesting... he finally went away. but I talked ugly to him. Okay, remember, this is very concentrated. And the best thing to do with this stuff is to just wipe its nose every time you get through. Then you don't have to dig that paint out of there. Obviously, I don't follow my own advice very well, but we've all know that that's certainly true.
Hey, Debbie.
Maybe that'll work.
We've got our Australian. We need Diane here.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm. For our Australian crew.
And, you know, check it out. Don't just, you know, you can add a little bit at a time. But obviously this green is
strong.
Is strong. I don't think I need any more blue. I'm going to hold off on the blue. I think I've got, you know, that taken care of. And that's what you do. You just look at your color wheel and you go, okay, so what mostly am I seeing right now? Is it green? Is it blue? Is it red? And then you augment. And I don't need to look at the outside of this because it's
yeah, I knew
not,
it was early.
It's not indicative.
You guys do. I mean, it's our Australian. It's 6:15 in the morning there.
I'll tell you what. Now we need to send those people a special little thank you, ma'am. Because I got up at 6:10 this morning and fixed Izzy's.
And then she was gone.
And then I left.
You're still green.
I anticipated that it was going to be a painful morning, and I was absolutely right.
It was a little bit. Our baby was sad.
She was having anxiety from, you know, okay, now what happens if I go to red here? I'm just chit-chatting while I'm, you know, shaking.
This, that, and
the other. And I can read it. It's 9:15 p.m. right now in the UK. Oh, well, you know, see, that's okay. Did you see that?
Yeah, she's all about the night owl business.
Yeah, I can do that.
Early morning.
That's not blood, that's magenta.
She's fine.
No fingers have been harmed.
And welcome to those of you that have shown up. Please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already.
All right.
Gayla's here now. We can all breathe easier.
Gayla. Hi, P. Hi, M. In celebration of P, I'm wearing all my turquoise jewelry. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. She's got some beautiful turquoise. Can you just take a picture and post it on Makers?
She's not on Facebook.
Oh.
And then I keep forgetting to post her picture of her awesome... I've seen it.
I've seen it, too.
The picture of her fence?
Of her what?
Of her fence?
No, I don't know her fence. I'm talking about her artwork, her block quilted stuff.
You don't know then. Hey, and Carol's here. Carol, she's wearing the earrings.
Look.
Mm-hmm. She's wearing my earrings.
Laura says, I tend to work better in the morning and then chill late afternoon, evening. Yeah, I do too, but sometimes I get that extra little spurt of energy. You know.
She is not morning. Let's all be real clear about morning.
No, I'm not. Okay, look at that. Now, isn't that marvelous?
Who knew?
Who knew? I want to take it just ever so slightly more. And see that bubble, what it does in there? It just sits there. It challenges you.
Mm-hmm. Hello, Eva.
And this is really great because, see, you can see its progression too.
It does have a bit mustardy. Because remember, so that green is a very yellow green.
Of yellow to it. Very good point, Mariah.
So what happens is when you're neutralizing...
You've got to remember all of those things.
Yeah.
So we're still, we're still taking the red. And if it goes too much to the red here, I know what to do. All I have to do is add a little bit more blue and yellow. Because that is the complement of... Oh, yeah.
There you go.
There we go. And why are these browns more interesting to me than, just getting it out? Because I can reach over and grab a tube, whatever. Because, well, number one, I don't really have that. Now I'm going to add some water to this because I want this to be more of a...
But not much.
Not much. I should use a pipette.
Yes, you should.
Because I get carried away with that now.
Here. It's right next to the...
Oh, yeah, there we go. Big old.
Oh, that was a big one. All right. Deb loves mixing her own colors. Carrie Griffiths starts his morning at 6:30 a.m. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I'm excited because we've now, now we're back on the school schedule, so we'll be... I was wondering where you were, Darcy. How did everything...
All right, I'm just feeling a little bit... I think what I need here now is I don't know if I have... I know I don't. I don't know. I bet that this is... We brought these home, and the reason I did... after I saw all the paint there, I told Mariah, I said, all of these are sealed. I'm just going to leave them that way.
We can ship them back and not worry
Ship
about
them
them.
back. Well, actually, did we ship them or did we carry them?
No, we shipped those. Are you kidding me?
Okay, and Golden, bless her heart. You see that little membrane on there? I can't tell you how long it took me to figure out it wasn't a bubble.
Stuff there. Just like,
why is this paint not coming out? I took that silver thing off.
Toying with me.
Yes, messing with my brain.
Telling you clear things.
And I don't even take it off all the way, because if you do, you've got all this paint. And works just fine with a half of a removal. Corks work great for not poking yourself.
Yeah, that's about how she rolls here, Deb.
What?
Deb says she stumbles out of bed at 9 a.m. By noon, she's generally coherent.
I'm pretty good after, say, a cup or two of coffee.
Yeah.
I filled my big coffee thing up. Okay, that was a little ultramarine. This phthalo, I just felt like maybe it was a little too green.
Yeah, that's why you kept hitting that yellow so much.
I think so. We're hoping that this is going to mitigate all this other business.
Jeanette's also on that timetable. All right.
Well, here we go, Fran. We're just about to goose turd.
Goose turd is the green.
Well, that's got a bit of green to it.
Well, no, basically what you started with, the green. That's what,
All right, I think I need a bit more. Red. And we're going to go with this, except this time I'm going to go, where is my... Remember I said we were going to go with
Goosey gander.
The phthalo blue red shade.
Yeah, see,
oh.
that's how that happens, Lynn.
Well,
Just today she didn't wake up until 10:30, but in her defense, she was up until 2:30 a.m.
Yeah, that's kind of my.
Mm-hmm.
That is very much my. I think we just went green here.
No?
Oh, all right. I'm liking that. I think that's good. Maybe add a tiny bit more red. Stubborn bubbles. Gosh, I'll tell you what, Izzy and her bubble business.
She's a little obsessed about it with it lately. She really is. Just. She thinks that the powder bath sink is her, bubble station.
Yeah. And she told me not to
drain her water.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I drained it.
Uh-huh.
Well, you can throw me under the bus.
Deep doo-doo.
There you go.
There we go.
That's nice warm brown.
That is more brown. All right, I think we're just going to
brown, Gayla.
We're going to go with that. Brown.
Neutrals, Gayla.
What color are we trying to reproduce? I saw those 3 question marks there. I know what that means. That's like hollering at me in question. Oh my God.
You and the magenta today.
Swear, I spent about half this paint wiping its nose. But it really is. Mariah, I hate to ask you this, but I just used my last
Oh, you.
baby wipe, which is really, I can't believe that I have that situation. Gracias. I have my own little station here for my wipes. What I do is I turn this over like this, and I clamp it down on a cord here. And then it rests on another.
It could all come tumbling down.
Yeah, it may. I'm going to leave its door open. All right, so there you can see the progression, how we started out and what we ended up with. And we're going to use some of that today, and I think it needs a bit more water. It's feeling like it's not going to separate properly.
I know, it's a little dangerous,
What?
Gayla. Just as this is scary with P reading. What have you done to us, Em?
Oh, Darcy went to urgent care.
Yeah, her is it ankle or foot is messed up. Her thumb's getting better, but now it's her foot
Well, dang.
or ankle. Poor thing.
Oh, this person is waking up between 5 and 5:30 every morning. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
That's Linda.
Thumb and foot. Yeah, that's kind of a bad combo, isn't it? Cats get fed at 9:15. I usually fall back to sleep. Yeah. I hurried today, and I was very quiet. So
They weren't
they didn't
harassing
They
her.
weren't harassing me. Okay.
That's fine.
Now we've got our because this clean out mixture is getting decidedly low. I can't even get the lid off of that. Okay. Hey, we're ready. Let's get to some gel plating here. All right. Now back here behind me somewhere, I've got these things that I did the frottage, the sandpaper frottage on magazines.
Yes.
Can you see the little holes? I was a bit
Rough.
vigorous with my frotaging. I rubbed a bit.
Maybe that's the way you're supposed to do it.
Maybe it is. Who knows? Oh,
Hey,
here's-
Kathy.
this is great. There's this little blobby thing out there.
Oh, that's the hickey.
That's-
Hey, I showed
yeah.
that. I just showed that, like, everywhere. Because I thought it was hilarious. Because we had the conversation about the hickey.
Oh, really?
Mm.
Well, we're pulling that little dude up. A little bit of this mucky muck on the edge.
Oh, bye,
here.
Naya.
I don't really, care that it's there. I don't have to get out to the edges of this because it'll probably, cut it off anyway. I
Oof.
managed to get all of my paints.
That's
I had to
rough, Gelli.
redistribute them, sort of. Yeah, I really need to get this whole thing. This is not going to work.
No?
No, and I think my other...
The infamous hickey, yes.
Oh, there's my peanut stuff. Let's keep moving stuff around. This has got some lines on it, but I don't think it's going to be, like...
No, they're neutral.
And I don't think they're probably going to come up anywho. Okay, we're going to use some of our new mixture here. Are y'all excited?
Yay! Neutrals.
Neutrals. Now, it looks decidedly green when you put it out there, doesn't it?
It does.
Decidedly. But see, it's really not. Remember, this is the one where you have to, like, if it's really doing a selling thing, you want to just wait till the exact proper moment. Exact proper moment. Neutral central, yay. For it to work, we must all be in the right Zen state. Think neutrals. Oh, that, yes, absolutely. Everyone think neutrals. Woo!
Oh, hey, you're getting the lines up.
Oh my goodness, I am. And I'm not liking the way it's feeling there either. That was a real scary thing. If I'd pulled that a tenth of a second later, it would have taken the paper off. Look how interesting that is. Even though it is slightly green. I'm going to add some more.
Well, you were contending with what was on the paper, too.
I was contending with what was on the paper. Okay. True that. And I'm going to add a tiny bit more red. Actually, I'm going to shoot a bunch in there. I'm sick and tired of messing around with it here. All right, let's use some...
I'm going to go close Van's door.
Let's use some naphtha red, which you can see is still transparent, but it's like red, not purpley red. 3 drops. Aim that thing away from you. Boy, it'll slurp right up, smack you in the face. I was lucky I had my glasses on. I had to go clean my glasses. These little caps, you know how they snap shut?
Uh-huh.
If they've
Spurted
got
you, huh?
goo-goo on them. Oh, see, look, I can tell the difference.
Goo-goo.
Goo-goo.
3 drops for Darcy. That's what Eddie says.
All right, now we're just going to let that dry. It'll be dry in like 35 seconds or so. Okay, so we've got yellow down here. I'm going to show you a little trick here. Just a minute, I've got to get my paper ready to go.
All right, Wendy. All right,
Everything's
Kathy.
lined up. But don't really have to worry about that. Okay.
What is Van doing? He's sleeping, but he snores and hollers.
Yeah, he does. Get rid of some of this stuff here so I can rapidly grab my paper. All right.
Hello, Jennifer.
Here we go. So this is kind of yellowish. Sort of, kind of. I think I have some more of this.
True that, Susan. True that.
What is it?
Gayla said, face it, Pete. Face it. Cats just want servants. Don't be surprised. And then Susan says, cats were once worshipped as gods. They have not forgotten.
I'll tell you what. Her dang cat has the memory of an elephant. And sometimes he acts like one. He's romping around upstairs here. You'd think that, you know, kitties make nice, small, little, delicate steps.
No, he can be quite loud.
Dadgum. And this might be a lever on her. I don't know. Nice background for what I have planned here. All right, so Eddie, I watched your thing today, and I was just, you know, so I went through my stencils. Mariah recommends that I do that occasionally, and found what I'm going to show you in just a minute, because this might need to dry a spell in order to get all that stuff off there. Look at that.
Yes.
Now see, it's not like totally neutralized, but it's enough that you don't really know, you know it's kind of purpley and it's kind of yellow, but not
Well, remember,
blazing.
it's probably looking a little more yellow than it actually is just because of the gel plate.
Yes, this is true, because they do tend to yellow over time. All right, so I've got options here. Let me grab mine. I just went through and found ones because Mariah's always encouraging me to use things that I have that don't have paint on them, because that means I haven't used them yet. And I found this guy. Why did I pick this? Because the lines are a little bit heavier duty. They're going to block out more, right?
Those are O's by...
And then I'm going to use this as my bottom layer.
This is brand new.
I know we have it in 3 different sizes. I don't know. Can you tell them about this? I don't know that I even know. I know it's some really nice leaves.
Yes, this is by Rhonda. She has been very busy lately.
I'll tell you what, she's the leaf girl.
She is. She's got the leaves.
And then I thought to do this over the top of that.
So that's dancing leaves and French curves.
Oh, is this hers also?
Yeah.
Oh. This over the top of that, and then the final layer that I'm going to pull will be this. So then everything will be obliterated except what you see in the fat circles. I don't know. You know, I don't. It's like Eddie said. He didn't know whether to put the tree down or the stars down first, and actually, it just.
And then he was like, "Oh shoot, I didn't do it right." And I was like,
And
well,
it was like I thought it came out great.
yeah.
And it just depends, you know. Just depends. Okay. So let's just go ahead. We're just gonna use this.
Just use it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Some
turn off
kinda
the air. Are you
cookie.
okay with that? I'm
Yeah.
cold.
I'm not overly dressed today.
Okay, it's good to know.
And I went without the scarf because my neck isn't long enough to accommodate my earrings with a scarf on.
Struggles.
Yeah, are real. The reason I'm pulling this off is because I know that I'm going to be putting on 3 layers of paint. And it always tries to catch on the edge anyway. So clean those edges. And I noticed Eddie's came off beautifully today. I was so proud of her.
All right, Susan Fernandez says she usually goes smallest holes to largest holes. Paula says she has found 3 stencils is very hard to do.
Yes, and I do think that's, you know, I'm going to start with the leaves. And we're going to do a positive leaf. What are you...
I'm thinking. I'm sorry. I had to kind of, I had to get that in my brain.
So, okay, so I'm going to do a positive leaf.
Yeah, because see, it really depends too. Are you
Yeah.
doing the, what are you putting down?
Yes, because what Eddie was running into also was that you don't want to be pulling up stuff that you already put down. Now, this is the opportunity. What?
Gelli says, always good advice. It depends. Hey, be prepared to modify your plan, Gelli.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. That's why it depends. Oh, that's funny.
I love that. I never saw them before. Oh, well, these are new.
Yeah,
These are new.
brand new.
Okay.
In the shop.
So,
Today.
after all that paint mixing, you know, here I go. I'm going to grab some,
Well, how many times did you use your new mix paint there?
I did use it 3 or 4 times.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, okay. Okay, we're going to use some yellow ochre.
You have that.
I do. But I just wanted to use it off, you know, the cart here. I thought it was, you know. And we don't ever just go with one color, so then we're going to add a little bit of burnt sienna to that. And I would, you know, Eddie made this thing today when you're using these stencils. And you want to make sure that you're getting into all of the little orifices that are in yon. You must go ahead and okay, what is this? Naples Yellow Deep. Okay, that's going to be nice because that's really going to give it a nice opaque. We want these little leaves are what we're going to see. Right? Everybody understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Have I said that already?
Well, no, but I think it's worth repeating.
I hate just, you know, yammering on about the same thing all the time.
Because before, like, if she wanted the other part of it, you'd put down the paint, then the stencil, and pull the paint out of the holes. Now she's putting paint in the holes.
In the holes.
In the holes.
In the
Paints are
hole.
going in the holes.
And I think it's looking absolutely wonderful. We might
Thumbsy upsies, y'all. Thumbsy upsies.
Absolutely. Look at that. Yippee-ki-yay! And the other reason why we could count on that is because it's a brand new stencil and it's
Yes.
stuck to that plate like a champion.
So, if you want that consistent performance, wash your stencils. Otherwise, probably not always going to happen that way.
Probably not. And we know we have lots of paint on there. What we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to get the reverse image here. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't. But I did have a lot of paint on there, so
Yeah.
we can hope.
Yeah, there was quite a bit. But again, you need that amount of paint. Oh, that's lovely. See, now that, without even having to lift it out of the thing. So, see, if you move quickly or use open paints or live in very humid climates, there are about 20 factors.
Our third.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's lovely. All right, let's look at these side by side so we can really understand the dynamics of what happened here. Okay, so positive space, negative space.
Look at that, side by
I'm
side.
waiting for it to show up.
Well, you remember, you may have a little extra delay.
I know, isn't that just, oh, sometimes I'm so good.
If she may say so herself.
Yeah, it is kind
Yes, you can add any type of flow medium or
retarder.
retarder.
Any of those things. Okay, so let's just really like
Are you
how.
only operating with one plate, Eddie?
Oh, honey,
How can you run in
That's-
this crew?
absolutely. I am very amazed that. Yeah. Okay.
Is this yes?
Well,
Yeah.
you can do it. The thing about it is if you're
Patience.
if you're live streaming, it's a little bit on the
Yes.
side. All right, we're going to go ahead and get down quite a few of these, and this has still got stuff on it. I'm not worried about that. I noticed that all over my belly of my shirt, I've got some kind of design on there that, yeah.
Representing. That's what she's doing.
Equality.
Representing.
Okay, so let's do something else here. Let's do. Okay, this is fun. This is fun, and this is a neutral, and it really kind of messes up the plate, and it makes me kind of angry sometimes. But this micaceous iron oxide, it's kind of a novelty paint in a way, because it definitely leaves a texture behind. And it's a lot more transparent than you think. So I always try to add a little bit of something else to kind of oomph it up a little bit. And adding two different paints also gives you a bit of variety in your image that you're putting down.
Oh, she has an apron. Sometimes she just, Oh, look at that. You need to
Isn't
switch
that
out your
wonderful?
brayer
Oh my
off.
goodness, I'm going to, I know I'm going to get something off on this, so we'll just bring Big Bertha over. Now this is going to be tricky.
Limited space here.
Limited space, water and other things getting in the way.
Scaring me.
Scaring you.
You blurbed out a little.
Blurbed out a little bit there. No, that's all right. I needed to spend a little more time, getting my... Now here's what else you can do. While you've got this down on this plate, which would be really nice if it were even, but whatever is even around here.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
That's
really...
the dog drinking downstairs, by the way.
God, I tell you, your hearing is just...
Well, I'm
absolutely-
watching the mic thing go.
Really?
Yes.
Amazing. All right, we've got some penny here. In old
Dina Dina.
Dina Dina. I like
yes,
this. I like this little squirty tube.
We
It's like a aardvark.
we all need to go over to Eddie's channel and give him a little,
Yeah, for sure.
donation.
Yes, we do give him coffee money.
Yeah. Do
Bless
you have
his-
a separate thing set up, Eddie, or is it all through YouTube? Because the thing is YouTube takes their little chunk.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. I mean, some of that I don't mind because,
All right, this is kind of lavender, and I'm hoping these are going to blend out here and become
Hey, Amalia.
something else. And I noticed that Eddie was using iron black. I always use... Okay, this is oxide black.
Yeah.
This is a new one. Usually I use Mars.
Oh, there we go. Eddie has a Ko-fi link that you can... I tell you what, Eddie, here. I'm going to be super nice to you today.
Just because you were so inspirational.
Because you're such a sweetie and we all love you.
Yes, we do. Got to get that boy another plate at least once.
Okay, so I've made you a... you may have to go back and come back in. I don't know. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes you have to come back in. But if you want to, you are now a moderator. So if you want to drop your Ko-fi link in, so these ladies can, you know, help you out. We'll send a little something your way later. You like that?
All right, I'm not sure what this is going to look like underneath, but I know that this paper is pretty nice. I'm not going to muck that up.
That is a lovely grayish brownie thing you got going on there.
Isn't it?
It's very neutral.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
She doesn't like this. She's just being kind of snippy snidey. All right, we got to get this off here because I got to use that.
Looks like...
I'm sorry I'm not doing it on, but it is. Remember, this is the violet one.
Look at this that she's having. It wasn't that impressive.
It wasn't.
That's just,
But it'll be a good background.
yeah, it will
I
be.
just love to say that. It just cracks me up. Oh my goodness, this is really going to be a bit of a...
Yeah, you're just pushing the limitations of your space.
I know. Look at that. Look at that. We'll look at it in a minute. Don't have time to...
Carol says we can read lips.
What? What lips was she reading?
When you were saying that I really don't like this color.
Oh.
Hello, Maxine.
Mariah, she just said, oh, well, what color are we going to use today, Mom? Brown? She's being really... She's being a poopy diaper head. This looks kind of like poop.
Yeah, it does. Poop is neutral.
Okay, now see, look at that. Isn't that interesting?
It's
I
very...
think it's incredibly interesting. All right. Let's turn it over. Nice. Look at this.
It is cool.
Cellulization going on there.
I mean, it's not like, you know, slap you in the face awesome. But that neutrals usually aren't going to do that
yeah, I was
to
going
you.
to say, they don't, yeah.
They're more like,
They ain't a reach up and slap your mama kind of thing.
it's neutrally interesting. Yes, Susan, that's right. I like that.
All right, now what are we going to use on this?
Hello, Lori.
Now,
do you
we
want?
have to think. Our next...
Just you moved. Oh, good call. Oh, Dawn says maybe pull that with gold. The last one.
Oh, I know. I was thinking the same thing. Or silver. Gold or silver.
Yes,
All
this
right.
is one of the new ones from Rhonda, designed by Rhonda.
All right, so I'm putting it down, and I'm putting the paint down so that actually my brayer is not necessary. It's touching the surface, but because of the design here, it's kind of staying a little, I'm not going to hopefully pull off the underneath part. That was knocking on wood. All right. I don't know that there's going to be enough contrast here. Just changed my mind.
Paula got a lovely Winsor Newton pale umber today.
Oh. Well, that's always good. I think we're pretty much done with that right now. Anyway, I've got to get to my paints. All right. So, one of my favorites is Orange Brulee Quinacridone. And I still have not been able to get my hoop-de-doo thing to work, and I turned it around different ways, and it works okay on some of the knobbier paint lids, but on these little fine ones, it just doesn't seem to grasp them.
Yeah. It doesn't grab on.
Doesn't grab on. Now, I mean, this is kind of pushing it that this is
Yeah, I don't think this is neutral.
On the red side of things.
But you could go very low contrast.
But I'm going to show you what we can do to mitigate that.
Oh, good. And Eddie, yeah, he popped in his link to his coffee thing, or Ko-Fi.
And you just hold your breath that your stencil is not going to pull off the paint below, and it is pulling off some of it.
It'll happen with the new one.
Yeah. You're actually better off with an old stencil. See what happened? Yeah, that's a bummer. But that's okay.
And
there's still some of it there.
And also that paint was not fully dry.
Well, this could be. I am rushing things a bit.
You're pushing the limits.
We do not want to sit around here all day.
No.
And contemplate our navel and that sort of.
Our orifices.
Other orifices. That's the case, my baby.
Hello, Sharon.
Just like somebody said, you know, sometimes that. Oh, that's definitely not dry. Yeah. Oh, can't do that one yet. Well, we're kind of in a bind here. We're going to have to wait for something to dry. Check these.
Hello, Anthony.
Well, I don't know. I'm tired of waiting. I don't want to wait. Let's get something down on here that's going to be absolutely
Carol, are you enjoying this?
Stunning. Yes, who was needing...
Well, I was just saying that about Carol because she said that she...
Yes.
that
too. Mm-hmm. Okay, see this color? I love this color. Love this color.
Well, and this one is the... Because you mixed in a little bit of something else in with it, right?
Well, it's the one that exploded in the mail.
Yeah.
And I may have to use... Okay.
Is that one at its end?
I think it is. Okay, here we go with this one. This is...
Yeah.
I didn't really like it quite as well as that other one, but...
I thought they were the same.
Well, they kind of are, but remember I put something else on the other one. I don't remember what I did.
You wrote it on the label, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I did. Kind of, sort of.
Okay. What she is using here is
it's really important that you apply your paint in a scrolling manner.
You added the Liquitex iridescent medium.
Did you see what it was doing there? That's why I put lots of paint on there so that I could get it down before it started pulling up the paint underneath.
And you call this the black flash out, but that's not what the name of it is.
Well,
it's kind of a mess over here, lady.
I don't know what to
Black flash.
Tell you, Mariah.
So yeah, it's the Folk Art Color Shift Black Flash. AKA Flash Out.
Yeah, I think that's going to be great. Okay, we're pulling this. And the reason we're pulling this right now is because we can. Then we can put the other one on, and what we will do is use a light color, a light opaque color, over all of this with our, what did I do with it? Oh my God, I lost my circles. Anyway, my circles when I find them.
There. Look at that.
Isn't that wonderful?
Very neutral.
Very neutral. Extremely neutral. Highly neutral.
That looks wet. I can.
It's wet.
I'm looking at it in the screen and I can tell it's wet.
That's the one I used lots of when I got three pulls off of that one. Okay, we just did that one. We can't do that one. What's this one? Well, I've got paint on my fingers, so it's kind of hard for me to tell if I'm lifting off paint or I'm just looking at what I've already got because it's the same color.
We're passing it along.
I believe that is. All right, now let's put this down. We're going to put the painty side down. Well, I don't know if I should do that. No. Excuse me.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm just having a bit of a hiccup.
Okay.
Bit of a hiccup. Okay, so kind of want to tone this so that it's not high contrast. Okay?
Yeah.
And then when I come back in with my circles, there they were, right there in plain sight. Come back with my circles. Do you see what's going to be blocked out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I'm not putting my paint down on my thing. I'm going to put my paint down over this. So, what am I going to use?
That's what I was thinking too, Laura.
What?
She's like been on the booze again, Pete. No, actually, she hasn't been at all, really. But
No.
because you hiccuped like you were, you know, swigging in the back.
This is Autumn Fire, and it says it's translucent, but it's a damn lie. It's not totally translucent.
So what are you saying?
It's not totally translucent.
Oh.
It says that it is. I mean, I would say it's semi. It's kind of running out, so I'm gonna whip a little bit of water in here.
Okay.
Not a lot. Should just leave that
Yeah, I
in
was
there.
gonna
So I
say.
happened to find it on the cart numerous times. Oh yeah, this is really low. All right, well, we'll just augment it here. We'll put in a little yellow iron oxide. We already opened that up.
No. You want me to cut it open and all that? You can get your lips sucked in there.
Oh, remember the time I did that with that
I
tomato
know.
juice?
I wasn't.
You were there. You were just really little. You were
Yeah.
like 2, 3 years old. Wrong lid.
Oh, Ellen wants to see all of your shirt.
Can you read it all?
It says equal rights for others does not mean fewer rights for you. It's not pie.
I like pie. But, you know.
Yeah. I would like one of those shirts. She didn't get me one.
I can tell you where to get them. Let's put a little bit of old what's-her-face in here.
Oh, Paula would like you to. Can you explain the opaqueness, transparency? Are you adding the layers?
Well, the thing about it is if you want to really, you know, see or block out your layers, that's kind of your guiding principle there. Are you blocking out your layers, or are you
Building up.
building up? And it's kind of, you know, one of those, I don't know if this is going to be enough or not. I may have
The
to
key
just-
thing to remember, opaque is going to block everything out. So that's not necessarily something you want to do early on.
Well, either, okay, it's an either or.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that interesting?
By the way, she stayed neutral as long as she could.
Hey, this is sort of neutral.
It's neutralized.
Yeah. By the time I get through with it, I'm hoping that it's going to be neutral.
Give her a second and she'll explain the layer thing.
Okay, so see, you can still see the leaves. And do I have another plate that
So as she said, semi-transparent on this one.
I don't.
Well, get yourself a piece of paper and just brayer her off. But be careful. Because that's a dangerous game you be playing.
Yes, it is. And I don't really. This is a problem with limited space.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said it's a dangerous game.
Oh, that's probably the best print I pulled all day. Right from the table.
We haven't really pulled a lot of other stuff. You just pulled the one.
Yeah. You gotta keep... Okay, let's talk about transparent. What did I do with my X-Acto knife?
It went under something more, rolled over that way, I think.
Oh, no.
It
Oh,
rolled.
here it is.
Okay.
Okay. So actually, the paint that I just put down was semi, but see, look, this is so cool because you can see what happens here. Where I went over the top of it, it still picked up some of the leaf stuff down below. Hoping it didn't pick up too terribly much because we want some of that.
And the reason it's doing that is because she's really rushing this whole thing. Normally, like,
I would let them dry for 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
Plus, we've got humidity today.
Yes, it was muggy as all get out.
And you can still see a little bit of the leaf through this.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I pull this with the last layer, which I think I'm going to go with a metallic, I want to bump it up enough that it's actually going to show through both of these layers a little bit. It will alter the pink ever so slightly. So if I go with like a green gold, then that's going to sort of neutralize the pink effect that we have going on here.
Mm-hmm.
Visually, if not actually. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think this is going to be quite nice.
Yes, so Miriam, that's a good point. So she says if you work backwards, then your first layer will be the focal point.
Yes.
Then you can use an opaque in the first layer. That's if you want to block everything
that follows out.
Or want that color to really pop.
Yeah.
The thing is if you use a transparent in the very beginning, you can build upon those layers.
Yes, you can, and it's more of a ethereal. Okay, this is good old vanilla ice cream. I like it, but there's another one. Patty uses it, and that other woman uses it.
What are you talking about?
Oh, this antique white might be nice.
What
I
are
think
you
I'm gonna go
talking
with
about?
that. Oh, you know.
Elizabeth?
No, the other one. God dang it. I have to waste a little paint there because I got some paint mucky muck that fell down in
Hi,
there.
Naomi. No worries. I'm glad you're here.
Robin McClendon.
That
Thank you.
woman.
That woman.
She likes that color. Yes.
She likes it. And I like it too. It's a good one.
Thank you, Colleen. Eddie said Martha.
Martha?
No.
No. I don't know what happened. What's Martha doing these days? Anybody know?
I don't know. I
I
don't
really-
think she's making paints for Michaels anymore, though. You got a dangerous situation there.
I do.
Okay.
I'm quite aware of it.
Mhm.
You're just going to go with it. I
Eddie
could
says she's
possibly
she's
get-
hawking cat litter on TV.
She's hawking up hairballs. Never been a Martha fan. She irks me. Well, she is kind of pretentious and whatnot, but you know,
I don't mind that because
the woman comes up with some good stuff. You just and I know she has a whole army of people that do all the work and make her look good. I'm fully aware of that.
Woo!
Well, we still kind of pinky with the quinacridone, but
Well, I don't think there was any way about that,
I don't think there was.
especially if you were putting the creamy color on the background of it.
Now, when we pull this, what we will do with the circles to get our circles on here, going to be a whole different pull. The reason I did not do this now is because I haven't let it dry long enough. If you let your paint dry long enough, you can pull it all with one pull. But the thing is, you've got to because your stencil will pull up your paint underneath. Then you're going to be very unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm liking that.
It's tropical.
It's not quite dry. I guess that's the one I just did. This one seems to be pretty. All right, so we're going to go with raw umber here. And I'm thinking that that is going to help. I'm very carefully brayering here because I don't want to be disturbing my lower layers.
Oh, okay. So Lynn says, Mariah asked Pete if there is an additive besides water that can make paints more transparent.
Yes, there is. Give me a moment and I will endeavor to.
So there are all sorts of things, but Gayla had a great, yes. You can put a lot of the glazing mediums, or even some
I have this stuff.
Yes. She loves that stuff.
It's iridescent medium. I really like this. But I also have it in just plain. The loosey-goosey stuff, not the hard.
Right.
Know. And you can't make your paints more transparent with this stuff. The problem with this that I found, it has a tendency to go wavy on you.
Yeah, the kind of wavy puckery business.
Yeah. So you have to just be very careful and not use a whole bunch of it, because that's what happens. It makes it into a hard body, but it also makes it very wavy.
Look at that. Bum, bum, bum. And welcome to those of you that are coming in. Do say hello in the chat because we are live. And we would love to say hello to you. If you want to hang out in the background, totally fine. But give those thumbsy upsies. Share with your friends, you know. Let's let people know something fun's happening out here. You kind of liked it too. Crackle, crackle.
All right, now
Deb uses fluid medium to make hers more transparent and less thick. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, where's our?
Yes, that's gonna definitely speed up your process, Eddie. I mean, it took him 2 days to shoot a video because he's got to wait for those layers and stuff to dry, and he's only doing it with one plate.
This is hard. Wouldn't even be able to remember what the hell I was doing 2 daes later. Like
I know,
starting
that's
all over,
right.
looking at this and going, this is really interesting. Now let me see where we headed on this. Can somebody
Watch the video. I'm gonna watch that video.
I have to watch the reruns. Okay, I'm gonna set this up here on my computer, and hopefully it's not gonna be slithering.
Well, Deb, the problem is, see, if you want the cracks, you're not gonna get the cracks. If you go for the cracks.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
I don't know. I mean, you kind of can make them happen. It happens, obviously, with the tissue paper, mostly.
Okay, I do not want anything open here. What do I want? Okay, we got muck brown here. Muck brown here. That's not what I want. So I want gold, but I don't want it to be just gold. I want it to be like...
Yeah. What do you want it like?
I don't know for sure.
Yes, the crumpled up paper, you can definitely get, like, yes, cracks, texture.
Yeah, and I mean, you can actually make that really, really
You know what works,
majorly big time happen.
you know what else works really well, Rhonda, is the drawing paper. Because it has kind of a coating on it. It seems to really hold well.
Okay, we're going to go for a greeny gold here.
Oh, and plastic grocery bags, yes.
Just because I just don't want it to be plain gold.
Well, now it's going to be like greeny.
Yeah, greeny gold.
Okay.
I think it will be quite nice. I'm trying to be entertaining as well as, you know, educational.
You're doing a lovely job. Did y'all see how she made that color?
Yeah, I have some down here that's almost the same color, but it's in the butter, so the butter's a little thick for the flake. I have tried it.
To pull a print and stuff, but yeah, it's a little much.
It is a little much. All right, now I want to have a piece of paper ready to put down.
Oh, nice, Lynn.
To flop the stencil off on.
Well, if you want that color, if you get the U.S. Art Supplies, they have a Magic Aqua Violet Iridescent that's almost exactly the same. Or the Pebeo business. They have the 358. Now, hers is a little darker there, but if you added a little bit of blue to this, you'd be in the same.
You would.
Same zone.
Okay, Mariah, would you pull that off for me? Thank you.
Ooh, that's looking lovely.
Yeah, lots of other stuff came off with it, huh?
Yeah, now it has some.
Well, we got some blobs of blue.
Yeah, you didn't roll her out so much over
that's
there.
if you mix up your color, like you know most normal people do, you won't have that little blob of blue.
Yeah, if you mix it on a separate plate or whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Here.
And look at that. It'd be really nice if I could line that thing up and, you know, not have it all wonky on me. But
Well, goals. We all have goals. Now I have, you know, paint.
all over you.
And you.
I know you handed me your
Yeah,
wipes.
I know. Put me in a real situation.
Let me hand you a wipey. Across
Thank
the
you.
table there. You're welcome. I do with my
Hey, Apple.
Okay, one of these days we are actually going to get to our circles.
She teases y'all with something.
So let's see here what we have. It can come up. Oh, that's not. I can tell by it's wrinkly. Okay, this seems okay. Now, if this were 100% dry, like days drying, I could put this right down on top of this. But right now, I'm very reluctant to do that because this paint that's on here is, number one, is over the top of other paint. So you've got two strikes against you. It's not completely dry, even though it's not coming off on my hands. It's just very fragile at this point. So my option is I can go ahead and put something down on this and pull this. Then I can take this, put it down, and do it just like we did these. Or we could put this one down. I actually think this one might be better. But because it's really wet, you don't want to do that. So we're just gonna hang and, I don't know, do something else.
Hang and do something else. What are we gonna do?
I don't know. Let's try some
Oh, Deb says that these leaves are going to be gorgeous for a long haul, but we don't have time for that right now. Well, we have 45 minutes. I don't know if she's thinking about that or not.
I am thinking about it.
I don't think the little ones are the way to do a long haul.
No, I don't either. I think that that's probably not a good thing to do. We're just going to try some different things here with our mixture.
Just gonna experiment.
Ooh, isn't that a great color?
Is that the one you mixed up earlier?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it's changed color? Maybe it's all melding together. It's color shifting.
It is color
in the bottle.
Color shifting. Oh, that's really not very interesting.
No, because now it started.
Okay, well, what we're going to do is we're just going to let that sit there and do its thing, which, you know, it's just going to cellulose out. Put down some old penny from Dina Dinah.
Oh, these are the dancing leaves. And then the other one was the French curves that came out today. Oh, wow. Susan, like, what do you mean? I need more. I mean, I get that you're putting different paints in different quadrants, but then what?
No worries, just the color wheel at the desk.
It's all okay. They do, yes. Look like gold.
I don't have any metal surfaces to whack this on. That's obviously not metal. Oh, there we go. Whack it around with buy some metal. Okay, now that I think that's going to be, look at that's going to be interesting. I mean, it's not like bling bling neon lights or anything, but it's a very subtle kind of mucky kind of thing going on there. Yeah. Okay, I'll bet that. I quite like that. Let's try this one. I've already got it down.
Well, that gets a little bit tricky, Susan, to do the quadrant thing. Like if you want to hold those colors in those areas, because when you're brayering it out, you're going to get them mixed.
Yeah.
I mean, if you switched if you had 4 different brayers, you could probably do it a little more cleanly. There's some things to think about there.
I like this Tundra a lot.
These are the paper artsy paints. They're a little pricey, but they are quite nice.
Very nice. But they have to ship them all the way from France, so that's why they're a little more.
Hi, puppy. She's been digging in the plants and eating things. Have you noticed that?
Seriously, my plants?
Have you noticed any kind of little rooted in spots?
I noticed one was broken off.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Well, she's hungry.
Mazzy? What you doing, girl? Well, if I'd been a little bit more
yeah, you just kind of pooped out in the middle.
We'll fix that.
Okay. I don't know that you... Yep, that's
Yeah, well...
Hey, better there than on the plate, I guess, at this moment.
All right, that's kind of...
No, she's eating plants because she is on steroids. Because she has she has cancer. And so, this is the way that they're kind of managing it because she's old. It's been helping her arthritis and everything. So, there's been multiple bonuses, but she's very hungry. I mean, she is, like, aggressively hungry.
She follows me around and tries to eat me.
No, this is the dog. That's Mazzy. Yeah.
Well, Mazzy is what, 14, 15? We
Yeah,
don't
and she's
really
a bigger
know.
dog.
Because when you got her, she was already...
Well, she was kind of a puppy. We didn't know that.
Mazzy had a hard life in her very early years.
Since when she was on prednisone, she wanted to eat her arm. So she... I think that's kind of how Mazzy's feeling right.
It really is. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am just putting down paint and pulling up something. I have no idea
Some
what
of this
I'm
is
doing.
neutral.
This is neutral. No, it's not very neutral. Kind of yellow, but I guess we'll put a little... We'll muss a little purple around on top.
There you go.
That should do the trick.
You can end where you began. Brown.
But it's not just any brown. Look at that brown. That is a beautiful brown.
That is a pretty brown. I like that one. What? You need to get your pressure all the way over there. Honey.
I know.
Bunny. Round 2. I think that this will be like we need a bigger one of this. Or no, okay, the 9x12 version of this, of the geraniums, because we showed these the last stream. These are also by Rhonda Dona. Would make a really cool long haul.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing right now.
It's just a short, and this is a mini haul.
Mini, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to keep it all neutral. It's really hard.
There you go.
Really, really hard.
Yeah. Now you want to use some of your flash.
Yeah. Did you get it open?
Here. Goodness. Both of them are. You need some more of that.
I do. Don't have any.
Why don't you make up a little mixture in that? Oh, there you go.
Coming along here. Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Oh, that's great. Back to goose turd.
Like I said, we're coming full circle, y'all.
But that's a good one.
That is. I find that more interesting. It's kind of a burnt umber.
Umbery.
It's umbery.
Oh, look at that. That's kind of nice.
Ah. The funny thing is those flash ones give some interesting depth at times, like because they when you tilt it and they're mixed in with other colors, I find that to be the most interesting.
That kind of makes you a little bit crazy.
Gayla says now you're just trying to scare her with that color.
Well, we're going to go with some transparent red iron oxide. That's always good. And we'll put a little bit of our...
Yes, hence the flash, for sure.
Goosey stuff in.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, that's going to be lovely. Yes, save your Savior of the prince. Yeah, indeed. Ooh. Look at that, y'all.
Good little puckery.
Some puckery.
Puckery places.
It will pucker, that one.
Okay, now let's see. Let's have a little.
Oh, Robin says she's loving your brayer, your brayer off. Might be time to switch it out. Oh, I love it when you guess. Yes, this is a very good idea.
Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? You just can't go wrong with
a good old brayer off.
Now see, I've still got puckeries out there. Now I'm putting this with the that blue-green, turquoise blue-green.
Yeah, I see that.
Because I think it makes a really interesting color.
It does. Look at you showing off with your brayering.
I know. I'm hoping that there's still going to be some of that orangey that kind of comes up from the edges of the stencil, maybe, you know, the corners and whatnot. No, that didn't happen on this one. Maybe the next one. But you see a little bit of it going on in there.
Yeah, I've noticed.
And I think an over printing of that with just plain, would really work out nicely.
I've noticed that usually in this whole long haul process, the very first paint one down, that one's kind of tricky on whether you're going to get some interesting things. But then it's like that next one after it does.
Yes, because what you're doing is you're absolutely correct. You're building up paint not only in the little compartments there, but also on the stencil itself, which at some point it gives those up.
Yeah.
And that can be quite interesting.
Ooh, see? And then,
well, I wanted to make it a light layer because I want some of that.
You wanted to hold it in there.
Build up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that got off.
Oh, that's a good question, Miriam. Well, why is it showing white on that print right there? That's because she did not barren it.
I didn't
fully
push hard enough
on purpose because she wanted. That's why I was like, oh,
I
see.
I wanted to
trap
leave
it in there
a little bit more behind.
But then, if you're getting it on your stencil, if your stencil's coming up and showing white, that's because paint layers that have built up there have started to release. And that's usually some interesting stuff that comes off onto the print. But that was a good question.
And you can see it's kind of self-ombreing there.
Mm-hmm.
Because for whatever reason that in the middle is releasing.
Well, and that could just be because of how you have
brayered.
barren.
Well, and brayered also. Because if I put more pressure in the middle, it's not going to. Now I want to leave a lot behind here, a lot more than I have been leaving behind. And the tissue paper is really the way to control that, because you can see what actually you're getting,
Yeah.
what you're getting up. Now we're starting to build up some nice stuff in there, and at this point, this is one of those things you can be very relaxed about, and you don't have to hurry, because it's better if it actually
Sits there for a minute.
sits there and dries in between these layers, and
But not too much.
builds up onto the, yeah, because then you'll be tearing your paper up.
Or sticking your stencil down. And then it kind of goos up in between.
Sticking your stencil down, yes. Okay, we'll just go straight to orange and blue. Sit up there, Penny. And if you want to see how that's looking from the other side, to see if you've got a big lump of blue, you can always turn your plate over.
You know, you got some weird green, lump of green in there.
I know, but it's okay. I like that.
Okay.
It's just looking like a tartan plaid from the Highlands. I'm just gently, you know, removing enough that it's kind of haloing out on all of the, because if you push really hard each time, all you're doing is you're just taking all your paint away. The idea is to leave the ideal amount behind.
It's a soft rub.
It's a soft rub. Very soft rub. Look at that. How beautiful and neutral is that? I really like that combo. Let's try that again. See if we can do that again. Can't remember what blue I used. Oh, well, this will be a little bit different.
I think everybody's getting something out of this.
What?
Oh, there's
You
not
might
naughty
need
chair
an-
discussion.
Oh. Liking the combo. The orange and the blue. I think the orange... Oop. No, that probably got a little
More orange.
more orange.
It's the naughty yurt. You can find to the yurt. They're leaving the soft rubbing to you. Wow, that's a lovely green you made there.
Wonderful green.
That's peas green right there.
Oh, yeah, baby. That's it. Love it.
It's a naughty yurt. It's a nerd. It's not a yurt. It's a nerd.
Leave the soft rubbing to pea, though, yes. Yes. Want to just kiss the paper ever so slightly. You don't want to make all the white go away, because then you will have taken out.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good. That's why the tissue's also kind of nice. You can visually.
Yes, see it. And if it wasn't quite enough, and you don't do a, you know, a yank it up kind of thing that I usually do, you can come back and remove a little bit more. Isn't that a lovely I think that that's one of the nice things about mixing two colors on there, is that it just makes it more interesting. It's not just a solid color.
Yeah.
All right, this is called fur. F-I-R, not
what
F-U-R.
Yeah.
Or F-O-R.
What fur? It is also foresty.
Yes. Okay, now we have some different reds that we can try here. Let's try this one that has a bit of a cherry tint to it. Primary magenta.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it looks a bit Christmassy there, doesn't it? It's kind of
They didn't want to say that.
2 little green balls and a large red blob.
Mm-hmm. 'Tis the season. It's not really.
Okay, and what happens when you use the neutral colors is if you've neutralized both of them out. Don't like that line there. That's better.
Yes, I think so too, Kayla.
What did she say?
The NERT is a happening place. It's where all the cool kids want to be. Certainly the naughty cool ones.
I kind of alternate between wanting our child to be, you know, unusual and whatnot, and wanting her to conform and, you know, not be that kid.
Yeah. It's... It is quite tricky.
All right, well, let's just go with some.
Good. Deb says, one company's primary magentas, another is Christmas red. That's right.
I'm just going to use
the Amsterdam is primary magenta, and Ranger, it would be Christmas red. I feel like that would be a...
What?
Eddie says, the NERT has everything. Ladies upon ladies, a squished man with a gel plate in his hand, soft rubbing, brayer-offs, and even a chair.
All at PM Artist Studio.
All at PM Artist Studio.
This is gonna be a really complex mix.
Eddie, this is why you have a yurt.
See,
A NERT.
just a little bit of chocolate on top.
Maybe it's a nerdy yurt. A little chocolate on top. I like this color combo. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I was a little afraid of that gray business happening. But
We're neutraling.
we're neutraling.
Come on now, girl. I don't know why it just keeps wanting to get, you know, that one little
Yeah,
spot just blobs up there.
I've noticed that as well.
Oh, that's a nice kind of barky fawn.
That was good, Anthony.
Well, yeah, nerds come in all sizes, and size does matter, we have noticed.
Yes. I think the NERT is kind of like the phone booth from Doctor Who. I feel like that.
Look at that.
A NERT shirt.
I want you to
Come gel print in my NERT.
I'm waiting for y'all to really appreciate this lovely patina on this print here and stop nerding.
There you go. Look,
Send y'all to the bad chair.
We're all in the NERT now.
Yeah, you are.
Yes, it looks like moldy leaves. In a good way.
Yeah, boy.
Or sorry, the what is it? The little green, kind of lichen type stuff.
Oh. I like lichen. And then I have to unclog the orifice.
Moths, yes.
I'm hoping that there's going to be enough of a residual thing here to kind of make the white a little less white. And
yeah, the Spanish moss is kind of a grayish green.
yes, it is. Good point. At least, you know, want it to look like it's not just white on white paper.
Yeah. What's the fun in that?
Yeah, what's the fun in that? This is kind of putty.
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 Putty. Oh, Wendy gave you fireworks.
Thank you. Oh my goodness, she did. Thank you, Wendy. Somebody's paying attention to the rest of these nerds.
Yeah, the tardigrade.
Farting around and,
Nerding. We're nerding.
you know, the ones at the back of the classroom that you want to just put a knot on their head. Look at that. Now that's some awesome white there.
I've been liking it a lot. That's what Jamie said.
Thank you, Jake. Okay, I will do the shirts.
Oh, look. Oh, look at this. P, you're doing a fabulous job.
Oh, the nerd is so much fun. Beautiful neutral. Thank you. Isn't it? I think it's quite nice. Okay, now I'm going to bring in...
Miriam says they're multitasking.
They're multitasking? I'm going to bring in a little raw umber.
She's going to get a little raw with it.
Because I think it's going to be really... The contrast here, I'm hoping... You know, you don't know these things. You just...
I tried to
throw it out there, and it's like, okay, well, that worked. Dang, that didn't work. That's a... Don't do that again.
You know, when Izzy told her joke the other day, I tried to... Oh, I'm sorry. This 6:30 in the morning business for me is a little rough. I tried to get her to tell the burnt or, you know, the sienna or umber joke. She didn't get it. She didn't think it was funny. I'm like, well, you just need to know things. And then you would... Hey, this goes back to thoughts. You know, if you don't have the...
Yeah. Context, if you don't have any prior knowledge.
That's right.
Everybody thinks it's just stupid.
You cannot be intuitively funny.
No.
Or humored.
Well, you have to, you know, keep your audience on the same level that you are if you really want that to be successful. All right, let's see what happens here. We should start getting some interesting colors pulling off. Not quite. It's getting ready. See all that buildup down there? All right.
And some's coming off of the stencil.
That's what I mean.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you were pointing at.
That was what I was pointing at.
Okay. That's the little white speckly parts that are happening there.
That's the white speckledy parts that are happening here.
And Gelli says, okay, P. She obviously was a god in a previous life and remembers it.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Are you talking about P?
Yeah, of course she is. Who else would you be talking
Izzy.
about?
Or
well,
me.
Izzy, too. It's kind of like those cats. They got body memory. I remember what it felt like.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my Cassius Earth, and I'm thinking it's going to leave behind some lovely textures here that we can
pick
up with a
gritty.
Oh, look, you can even see it on the stencil.
It always looks fuzzy.
It does, ever so slightly.
Anthony's keeping it to business about the Spanish moss. Let's get people knowed up. Micaceous, not diatomaceous.
No, that's...
We aren't planting.
That's different. Okay, you can start to see it happening here. Okay, now I'm going to get out my watery white.
No poinking in the nerd. This should be pointing everywhere.
Well, it just depends on how...
The question is, yes,
how
when to point.
Vigorously you point.
Or frottage.
Or frottage, because remember, you are working in a limited space.
And if you are new to the channel and don't understand what we're really talking about, some of this is found over on our website. There are P-isms. I think we're going to have to add the yurt story and nerdy. Yes.
Disappointed I'm not getting more. Well, maybe I needed to, you know, bear in a little harder.
Is it about that time, Gayla?
Well, I think it's quite lovely, but
Oh, yeah.
still not. It's giving some, but it's just not doing exactly what I want it to do. Okay, we're gonna go back to the fluid.
Okay, well, you've got 15 minutes to make it happen. Got quite the little putty color there, though.
Yeah, we're gonna cut that a little bit with some yellow.
Okay. Yes. Point equals point. Pointing.
Because what I have found is the fluid acrylics create a stickier surface because they dry quicker. And somehow or other the golden... Okay, I'm going with regular paper on this one. And this is just something intuitively that I think is going to start, because this paper things stick to it better, right?
Mm-hmm. That's a good call. Look at her, knowing things. Doing things on purpose.
Starting to get some good stuff going there. Okay. Anthraquinone. We haven't used anthraquinone. Now this is some dry stuff. What?
So, Anthony says we need some crazy fringe beliefs now. Susan says pulls out her crazy fringe and wraps it around her head.
Her crazy what?
Fringe and wraps it around her head.
Alrighty. Getting quite the build-up.
I know, it really did. I think part of the thing is that maybe with the little one, you're getting down just as many layers because you're not rolling out. I mean, it takes time to roll out a ton of paint on a bigger plate. So it's like your mini haul is really, truly a long haul. Just a mini plate.
Yeah. There you go. Excellent explanation.
Thank you.
Sure everyone got that. If you don't ask questions, put it in large. I got the sage burning.
Wonderful.
It's probably good. Is that in the nert?
Mm-hmm. Everything's happening in the nert.
Yeah.
Don't you know?
Might want to
That should be the t-shirt. Everything's happening in the nert, don't you know?
get
If you know, you know.
2 or 3 bundles of that. One at each entrance.
In all the orifices.
And fully engulf those that enter. Okay.
Oh no, Gayla. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure of it. And then he says in an annular way.
Is that like once a year?
Yes. It gets put into the orifices.
You might need to do it more often.
Sometimes people have to do that every 3 months. Oh goodness. I don't know what all happened in this stream, but I found it extremely entertaining.
Okay, look at that good neutral there.
Yeah, that's beautiful. With a little glow. Yeah, the 5x7s are great little paints. Oh, but that was a good call. So Miriam got a 12x12. Are you going to cut it up?
I did cut up one.
I thought we cut up 2.
No, we didn't cut up the second one, remember? We talked about it. Oh, look at that nice ombre effect we got going there. It's going to be a twofer.
Oh, Francis, did you know that there once was a killer moth that caused a worldwide extinction event? No, I didn't know
How do
that.
they know this?
You know, through like science.
I know, but specifically.
I don't know.
Is this from excavations? Is this from, you know, soil sampling? What?
Well, yeah, I would assume that that's how they would know that. There really wouldn't be any other. I don't think anybody wrote it down.
All right, I'm almost.
Last
what
week
time
on-
is it? Is it time to
9 minutes.
All right. Well, I think that we're just going to go ahead and call this. I don't
Okay.
know, but maybe I should use one more. I haven't used purple. This is Permanent Blue Violet.
Nice. Is that what you're... Oh, you're going to do one last one?
Yeah, in
Okay.
the dark, so that I'll pull it with a light color.
Oh, Fran doesn't know. Well, yeah, let us know. We need...
How does she know this?
We want to know more. She hasn't watched the video yet. We could be...
Did I tell you about our giant horned tomato worms, which I'm thinking that they are Luna moths. I don't know. Somebody out there. We had, did I finally decide 8 of them
Oh, really?
on the purple nightshade?
But then we didn't see where they cocooned.
We didn't. But I mean, they ate that down to the stalk. That was all that was left, was the little... They even ate the berries.
They were very fat.
They were puffy little caterpillar boogers.
Oh, I think Deb put a link to it.
That'd be cool.
Ooh. Are you going to get that up?
I think I'm going to leave that purple
Really?
down there.
Okay.
And then pull it with some yellow.
But that has to dry.
Yes, this has to dry. I don't know though.
I don't think you
It's
should...
pretty yellow.
Well,
Might rethink that and
I think the yellow's a good idea. Or gold.
do gold, and gold would be really cool shining through, you know, the areas where it doesn't have total coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Got some great tarnished looking spots there where it bled through. I always like when that happens. I wish, you know, it would happen more uniformly, and I don't know what those two little...
Oh, Sarah says that they turn into moths.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they do. I think Luna moths, or maybe hummingbird moths. Because I can just remember seeing big, you know, this big brown colored moths that would be around during tomato season in Colorado.
Deb says purple. Sometimes the queen surprises me.
Always have to have a little purple.
Marta loves your purple. Translucent or opaque, Evie wants to know.
Transparent or opaque? Oh, if my final layer?
Opaque.
Doesn't have to be. I could go with something like Indian yellow, quinacridone azo gold, or I could go with something like this and really, really bright. Because wherever there isn't anything, that's what this is going to show up as.
Right. And then probably where the purpley business is, it's going to brown out some. I don't know. It may hold it because her letting it dry could keep some of those areas. But it is fairly transparent in the little purple hazy areas. So Stay tuned, y'all. This
Yeah.
might be a YouTube, a Reels and YouTube short poll.
And I may just do gold. Or I could do that bronzy color that I have.
Oh, here, and I've taken some of your paints off there. There you go.
Oh, that's I need some of the colors that I had in Baltimore.
Oh, wow. As there's all these paints, just...
Yeah, okay, this one here is almost empty, so I'm going to start making
a wash with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That'll be interesting, I think.
Well, stay tuned, y'all. We'll be back on Sunday. I'll probably have this... Are you going to pull this for a short or whatever? I don't know. We'll see if it hangs out till Sunday, but who knows? Who knows?
Well, you know, I've got a ton over here
Mm-hmm.
to do stuff with.
Yeah. And we've got more stencils coming out. Halloween stuff's coming. So stay tuned. We'll see you guys back here on Sunday. Thanks for hanging. And come back. Leave those comments. Bye, guys.
Bye.